Welcome to Ask AI, the podcast that brings you insightful interviews and news from the world of Canadian artificial intelligence. This episode is sponsored by Microsoft Canada. Go to microsoft.com/AI and check out their free AI business school to start building intelligence into your solutions today. We're also sponsored by Cinchi, the global leader in data fabric technology. Visit Cinchi.com to learn how to eliminate integration and turbocharge your AI transformation.
Hi, this is Carolyne, your host for the Ask AI Team Check-ins. So a project in Canada's digital technology supercluster called the Telewound Care Canada Project caught our attention. So the goal of this project is to develop and deploy a technology solution that enables patients to access wound care from their own home without having to risk COVID-19 exposure. This project is led by Swift Medical. And so we have Justin Allport, co-founder and chief engineer at Swift Medical, joining us today to talk about how AI is applied to the domain of wound care. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. This is Carolyne Pelletier from Ask AI Team Check-ins. Today we have Justin from Swift Medical. Hi, Justin. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Wonderful. So, I'd love to hear a bit about yourself and about Swift Medical.
Sure. So my name is Justin Allport. I'm co-founder and chief engineer at Swift Medical. We're a company fundamentally changing the way that bedside care is given, really a platform for remote clinical imaging at the nexus of telemedicine, computer vision, and deep compute. Over the past 7 years, we've become the world's leading AI-powered wound care management platform on the foundational thesis that by driving deep compute and empathy to the bedside, that's how that change can be made. I wear a lot of hats here at Swift, but my main hat is leading our group of exceptional research scientists and engineers in the creation of what we call our deep tech capabilities and tools. I actually came from a background of aerospace engineering, and I worked for a number of years on space robotics and vision systems, and it was my experience in that last one, vision systems, that I really brought to Swift, along with the general engineering rigor that you find in the space industry.
So wonderful, Justin. And can you tell me what is new with Swift Medical?
Sure. So about 4 years ago, when the company was really just finding its legs and we were seeing some good market traction, we decided to take a number of really big long-term bets on deep tech and where that would lead us as a company. At Swift, this encompasses our work in computer vision, expanding what can be measured, how accurately and how fast and pain-free we can measure. Also our work in deep learning and perception from images. So this is giving clinicians essentially superpowers of observation, really upskilling and augmenting the people at the bedside to allow them to spend more time with the patient. And finally, our work in data science. We've built up the world's largest fully calibrated wound image and assessment data set. And the patients our customers care for benefit from that. We've created models, for example, that are much better than state-of-the-art at predicting the course of a wound. And these models give an organization a clear picture of risk from the patient level all the way up to the facility or even multi-facility aggregated risk. It's just the nature of wound care today that it's a resource-limited effort, and being able to more intelligently allocate that effort can really impact the patient at the end of the day, knowing that you're addressing the people who need you the most with the level of care that they need. So these three major bets are really paying off now with a collection of deep tech features we sometimes call Auto X internally, but really it's the combination of three basically magical workflow automations that we've built. The first being auto depth, being able to measure wounds and tissues in 3 dimensions without any expensive attachments. Auto trace, it's a deep learning based AI able to identify completely objectively the wound boundaries in an image based on the prior knowledge of tens of thousands of experts. And then able to measure the dimensions of that to millimeter precision. And finally, auto tissue, an extension of that to look inside the wound and at every pixel identify what type of tissue you're looking at. And this collectively is hugely important in, for example, judging the severity of wounds. Ultimately, downstream, this provides much better and much more objective input to our predictive machine learning models that I mentioned before. So it's really that flywheel of impact and interaction between features. That's what's exciting to me here.
Great. And Justin, so why does this flywheel of impact matter?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we talk about driving empathy to the bedside, and I have to say it's really not us that does that. We drive empathy to the clinician, the doctor, the nurse, or the family caregiver. They're the ones who end up having a much richer, empathetic relationship with the patient. What was happening before this, measurements were completely manual. Clinicians were at the bedside, touching wounds with paper rulers and poking it with essentially Q-tips. It could be very painful and very, very time-consuming. And as well, the data that was coming out of this was very subjective. It was not visible from visit to visit. And so we're just freeing up the clinician to do what they're best at. Frankly, we've just had clinicians in this space really thankful that someone is putting effort into cutting-edge technology for them.
So Justin, can you talk to me about who's involved with this work, and feel free to shout out any sponsors you might have.
Yeah, sure. So we've been really fortunate to be able to attract top talent at Swift. We've got a really talented team led by Azim Lakdawala, Dinesh Ramachandram, and Rishabh Gupta in our 3 research streams that I mentioned. As well, the support of the Digital Technology Supercluster has been transformative for us. We were funded last year for development of our telemedicine platform through the Telewound Care Canada project, which has funded a lot of this work around prognostics and wound severity, and really worked to get our technology in the hands of patients as well. We've also had great support over the years from NRC IRAP in supporting us over a number of projects, and not only in the grants that they've funded with us to develop our deep tech roadmap, but the advice on how to bring these capabilities to market has been great.
Wonderful. That sounds great. So Justin, what is next for Swift Medical?
We have some really exciting things coming down the pipe. The technology I spoke about today is really just the beginning. Our roadmap is long. And we're really excited as well that the Telewound Care Canada project has had such good traction and impact internally and externally through COVID, bringing our technology to the patient and caregiver themselves. In fact, as a result of that, we've just been awarded a follow-on grant under that project to continue the work with integration, technology development, and educational material for clinicians. Really, as I said at the beginning, we're trying to bring about a radical change to the way care is provided, improving outcomes for patients, accelerating their journey through the healthcare system, and also improving the operation of organizations, making them the most effective partners for their patients that they can be. So I'm really looking forward to touching base again when we have more to announce there. There's a lot coming. And you can follow our progress on Twitter at Swift Medical and our website at swiftmedical.com.
Great. Thank you so much, Justin. We'll keep an eye out for these new announcements. That's Carolyne Pelletier with Ask AI Team Check-ins. So thank you so much to our guest, Justin, for joining me on this Ask AI Team Check-ins. And after doing a few of these team check-ins, I've been exposed to the different domains that AI can be applied to. And I must admit that wound care wasn't originally on my radar, but it most certainly is now. And Justin mentioned that they have a major announcement coming up soon. So we've included a link to the registration for the announcement of the event. Also, we included a link to their website and to their Twitter account. Thanks for joining me. This is Carolyne Pelletier, your Ask AI Team Check-in host. Until next time.
This has been a production of Ask AI, a nonprofit dedicated to advancing awareness and understanding of Canada's world-class artificial intelligence sector. We'd love to hear about your latest research, product launches, or organizational news. To request a team check-in, visit askai.org. Your host was Carolyne Pelletier. Series producer was Chris McClellan, and the series editor was James Fajardo. We'd like to thank our series sponsors Microsoft Canada, producers of the free AI Business School, and Cinchi, the dataware platform that makes integration obsolete. Our chatbot partner is Ada, the automation layer that powers interactions between you and your customers.